Good morning, Pine class. In our English lesson today, I want to look in a little bit more detail at the possessive apostrophe, but today we're going to look at the possessive apostrophe in plural nouns. Now remember, apostrophes are used to show possession or ownership. However, apostrophes may go in a different position with plural nouns. And I'm going to show you this contrast in its simplest form with the following example. So if you look on the left-hand side, you can see I've got one bee and one bee's beehive. So this beehive belongs to just one bee. So the sentence that I would write to show the possession would be the bee's hive. And as you can see, my apostrophe S is added to bee. The bee's hive. This shows that the hive belongs to one bee. In contrast, if I had a hive that belonged to more than one bee, so you can see on the right I've got 3 bees, I would say the bee's hive, but my apostrophe would go after the S. That shows that the hive belongs to more than one bee. Now this contrast between where the apostrophe goes with singular and plural nouns is something that I'm going to illustrate in a moment with you with the following examples. We're going to look at book, glass, berry, toy, knife, and child and person, because these final 2 are exceptions to the rule. So let's start with the word book. Now the sentence that I want to say is the book's front cover. So if we look at that in a singular form first, so if I've got one book and I want to say the book's front cover, this is how I would show it. I'm going to put my apostrophe in before the S. So this shows one book, the front cover belonging to one book. However, if I wanted to talk about the front covers of many books or more than one books, the position of that apostrophe would change. Would move to after the S. This now shows the book's front covers. So the front covers belonging to many books. My next example is glass, and I want to talk about the rim of a single glass to start with. So if I want to say the glass's rim, we'll go there. That's a singular glass. However, if I want to talk about the rims of more than one glass, the ending of that word would change. So glasses, many glasses, and the apostrophe again goes after the S. The glasses' rims, the rims of many glasses. My next example is berry, and I'm going to talk about the berry's taste. So imagine I've got one single berry. If I've got one single berry, that's where my apostrophe goes. The berry's taste, one berry's taste. However, if I've got lots of berries, the ending of that word needs to change. So the plural of berry is berries, I-E-S. And if I want to show the taste belonging to many berries, my apostrophe goes after my I-E-S. The berries' tastes. My next example is toy, and I want to talk about the toy's battery. So I've got one toy and it's got a battery, it owns a battery. So my apostrophe for the singular noun goes in there. The toy's battery, so one toy and it owns a battery. However, if I've got many toys with many batteries, the position of that apostrophe changes to after the S. The toy's batteries. My next example is knife, and I've chosen this one because it's got an unusual ending when we change it to plural. But first of all, if I'm talking about one knife and one knife's handle, simply apostrophe S. The knife's handle, singular, one knife. However, if I'm talking about multiple knives, the ending of that word has to change. So knife in plural becomes knives, V-E-S, and the apostrophe goes after the S. So one knife's handle becomes many knives' handles. Now I want to show you two examples which are exceptions to the rules. And English is a funny language because we have lots of examples where we have exceptions to the rules. So, my first example is child. So if I want to talk about a child's shoe, it's the same rule as before, apostrophe S, so one child's shoe. However, we know that the plural of child is children. So I need to change the ending. And the apostrophe actually goes at the end of children, and I need to add an S back on. So it becomes the children's shoes. So that's an exception to the rule where I need to add an apostrophe and an S to a plural noun. My final example is person, and if I'm talking about one person's thoughts, I would simply add my apostrophe S as normal. A person's thoughts. However, the plural of person is people. So I need to change my word entirely. So, people. And if it's people's thoughts, like with children, apostrophe S. So we've got the people's thoughts, many people's. Good luck with your work today. I want to see that you show some understanding of where the apostrophe goes when nouns change from singular possessives to plural possessives. Good luck.